In the following video, we will explain how we can create groups and roles within Sage X3. So previously we have spoken about how to create a menu profile, function authorization that then gets linked to when we create the actual user within Sage X3. So these are to manage the actual functions within Sage X3. But because Sage X3 version 7 is made up of a web client, we can further then create roles and groups and user, which will then work in hand with the web client. So to do this, we'll go to administration in the left list. In the administration section, we'll go to groups. In the following screen, the user will see all groups that have previously been created within Sage X3. So to create a new group, we can go to create group in the right list. The following screen will open, which is the group screen, to create a new record. To create a new record, we can go into the information section and enter a specific description for the group. So as an example, we will create a purchasing group. In the administration section, we can then add a specific role to the administration or to the group that we are creating. For now, we will leave this field empty and we will first then create the group. We will see the user selection, and at this stage we will not be linking any users to the group. We will go to Endpoints and we can click on the add button, and we can then link one specific endpoint to this group. We can now select an endpoint and tick the tick box and click on OK. We can also enter a default X3 endpoint. For instance, if a user is given access to more than one endpoint, we can set a default endpoint for when the user logs in, that endpoint will open up first, and then the endpoint can be changed. So for now, we only enter a description and an endpoint, and we click on save. In the top of the screen, you'll be given a little pop-up screen that says resource has been saved. We can click on OK. And then we've got the little Explorer window that shows the group that has been created. And as we add more than one endpoint, applications, roles, and users, this little screen will be updated with these details, which we will show you a bit later. So now we can go and click on list of groups in the right list, and we will see that the list of groups screen will be updated with the group that's been created. Now we will go and we will create a role which we will link then to this purchasing group. To do this, we will click on the little navigation compass to take us back to the navigation screen. To go to roles, we will select administration from the left list. We will go to the administration section and we will select roles. The list of roles screen will open and the user will see all standard roles that's been set up by Sage within Sage X3. So the user can then either link a standard Sage X3 role or create a specific role for the group. So to create a new role, we'll click on New Role in the right screen. So to create the new role, we can enter a code for the role. We can enter then a description for the role. In the administration section, we can go to groups and click on add. And we can then link the purchasing group we created to this specific role by ticking the tick box and selecting OK. We can also enter a badge. So badges are the actual amount of licenses Sage X3 has. These badges have been prior set up depending on the license that's been given to the client. And this also manages the access when logging into Sage X3. So for instance, if we go to badges and click on add, the user will see the list of badges screen with all available badges within X3. So for instance, if we look at the operation user finance badge, we can see that there is a key functions column which has been pre-set up with functions linked to this specific badge. So the badge that you will then link to the role will be predefined with key functions that the user will have access to. So this will work hand in hand with the functional authorizations which were set up under the setup section for users. So for now, we will just select the ERP full badge, which is for a full user, and we will select OK. For this exercise, we will not select security profile. In the navigation page field, we can then link a specific navigation page, and we will explain a bit later how you can create and customize your own navigation page. We can go to the landing page and click on add. As we explained in the general navigation video, when you click on the little home icon at the top, and it showed you all the landing pages with the little queries and pop-up screens and graphs, we can then link specific landing pages to the specific role that a user will be able to manage. To do this, we simply tick these landing pages, which the user will be given access to, and select OK. And as you will see, all the selections I've made have been displayed in the landing page section. And we can click on Save. And we can then at the top here see the little pop-up message that says resource has been saved, and click on OK. So here in the Explorer section we can see the group that we previously created, and it shows that the role that we created is linked to it. So as we create more roles and we link it to the purchasing group, this little screen will then update and show all the roles linked to a specific group. So now we can click on List of Roles in the right list. And if the user scrolls down or searches for the role, we can see the purchasing role which we have created. So we can now go back to the navigation page by clicking the navigation compass at the top. And if we go back to the groups to the group we created under administration and groups, if we select the purchasing group, in the Explorer screen we can see the role that we created has automatically been linked to the purchasing group. So just as another example, we will be linking another endpoint to the specific group by selecting the endpoint by ticking the tick box and clicking OK. And if we click on Save from the right list and click on OK, and we can see that there is now 2 endpoints linked to this group. So we can now return back to the navigation screen by clicking the navigation compass at the top of the screen.